Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. And for those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very, very much. Your support means the world to me. I greatly appreciate it. So we are getting into the forecast today for the Greater Collective for Tuesday, September 8th. If you're seeing this on a date that is not Tuesday, September 8th, that's completely fine. There may still be a message in here for you. I believe that Spirit has a way of finding us the right songs, messages, moments, synchronicities when we're in need of them. Okay, so this is a timeless message in that regard. For those of you that watch regularly, this is us just building on our weekly forecast from Sunday and yesterday's forecast, combining all of this information and kind of seeing where we're heading. All right, let's get into this. All right, we have the Eight of Wands. So to me, the Eight of Wands always signifies sort of fast movement. Eights bring about balance. Wand is the element of fire or the spirit. Let me just look at the cards. Yesterday we had that Ace of Pentacles, which was beautiful. It's like new beginnings, right? And we have, I'm going to go back to Sunday. We had that Four of Cups where some sort of emotional stuff we're working through, making decisions around, ideas of what we want. And then we have that King of Swords in the midweek, which is like that clarity of decision. This Eight of Wands kind of falling on a Tuesday to me feels like we might be actually getting ready to move forward or make actionable movement towards whatever our goal is. And I'm going to say this because I want to go back to Sunday too. Eight of Wands can sometimes signify moving towards love because it's a Wands, and Wands is, that impassioned desire, fire aspect or element. And so for some of you, I did say that there might be some of you watching that are moving towards a romantic relationship potentially. This could be the actual physical movements or starting to move towards that new beginning that we saw in yesterday's Ace of Pentacles. For those of you not looking for love, right? Maybe you're just looking for the opportunity and the newness that the Ace of Pentacles presents. This could be the actual movement towards that too. Wands is about sort of making... Sevens are, to me, about making the conscious choice or decision, no matter what the ramifications. Eights are about kind of moving forward or bringing about the balance that we need so that we can move into the completion cycles of 9 and 10, right? So when I look at this, Wands has that kind of fast, all-consuming, fiery energy where the desire is strong within us and we're ready to move forward, hopefully unimpeded. That's sort of the feeling that I get. This is an interesting Wands card. Usually all the Wands are together. These are kind of split apart, but I don't feel like it feels impeded to me at all. There's actually, with this grouping of deer, it feels rather peaceful. And not that there's, a lack of peace in the Eight of Wands cards normally, but to me this feels like a very calm, subdued card. These deers feel at peace, they feel alert and aware, sensitive to their environment, and I mean sensitive in a good way, where their awareness is high and keen, but they're able to move with like agility and a freedom that I sort of like. That's sort of the sense that I get from this card. So for those of you that have a clear idea of what it is you want or what it is that need changing in your life kind of thing, right? Or new avenues, new opportunities that you've seen on the horizon that you maybe desire. Today is a good day to begin to put that desire into action, actionable steps of how we can get there, how we can start to approach this goal, what things can we do. And I think that even with small steps, they will create big movement or swift movement that will indeed get us there. So I like this card. This is a sort of a very fruitful card in a way. It can also signify travel too for some of you. This is usually the travel card too. So let's see. And I mean that in the sense of physical actual travel. Like we might be moving or going somewhere, but we can also use travel in a more metaphorical sense, in the sense that we're traveling towards our goal by doing steps from, within our home or online to get us to whatever our goal is. That creates also that sort of travel, just in a different form, but this can actually mean physical movement. right, let's see what the Moonology deck has to say to add to this. All right, so we have the full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. Guys, there's some sort of a decision that's happening, I feel like. I love that we have this full moon eclipse happening behind these trees. We maybe were in a forest, so to speak, a while back. This card makes me think of that. It's like we're starting to see the forest from the trees. We're starting to see clearly the full moon eclipse is sort of shining down in the night sky. It's letting us see where the obstacles are. That's how we see these different trees here. And we're starting to find our way out of, say, maybe a confusing situation, a situation that was no longer serving us, just being held back in general. We maybe have been struggling in the past. That's sort of what I feel like this card represents too. That's the sort of forest. The forest may have been thicker in the past or more confusing, more upsetting, that sort of thing. We're coming to an end with that. That's what these conclusions are within reach. We're starting to see the dissolution of whatever was old and no longer serving us, and we're starting to move towards the newness of what we saw presented in that Ace of Pentacles and what we saw in the weekly, which is this idea of connecting either into a romantic relationship or into just reconnecting with what it is that we love, or what it is that we're desirous of, what it is that we feel emotionally connected to, getting clear on our thoughts around that and moving towards that. Okay? So when I look at these, it's interesting that we have all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we only have 7. Oh, there's maybe an 8th tree there. But when I look at these trees, they remind me of these wands over here. What are wands made from? Trees. So it's kind of interesting. The forest might be the very thing that taught us, you know, the struggles, the disillusionment, whatever it was that represents metaphorically for our forest that we've gone through over the past, has actually probably educated us or trained us, taught us in some way how to create these wands so that we can indeed move forward to that place of desire of what we want. Sometimes we learn what we want by experiencing what we don't want, right? And so these conclusions are within reach, to me, is really beautiful in the sense that it says that endings are coming so that new beginnings can take hold. So I like that. The grounding stone for today is on obsidian, which is wards off negativity, and it's a very grounding stone. This is the stone of truth. I don't know if you guys can see that, but to me, this the truths that are coming here or coming through these cards speak to this idea of the truth of movement, moving forward. We're going to experience, because we're getting to Wednesday, and that's when we're shifted to that King of Swords energy, which is that air of authority, clear making decisions, standing behind our decisions and moving forward, no matter what the ramifications are. That's where this truth comes in. Also seeing the truth through this night sky of this full moon eclipse, right? An eclipse also makes me think, you know, how when a moon eclipses the sun or vice versa, the sun eclipses the moon, there's like a coverage, right? One is covering the other. So there might be a secret that is revealed. I also feel like when I'm looking at this moon peeking through these trees, a secret or an awareness that maybe we didn't otherwise have has come to our awareness. That's also this truth stone, right? In seeking this truth within ourselves, within our own desires. And that's also some of that Four of Cups energy that we saw on Sunday, you know, finding that emotional truth within us and then sort of sticking to it, making decisions around that and moving forward in that truth also brings about this sort of strength and brings about these conclusions that we want to see so that we can move forward towards more desirable aspects of what we want in our life. So let me read the Eight of Wands. Sorry, I just put allergy medicine. I sprayed it up my nose and it's making me cough. All right, inspiration, rising to a challenge, breakthrough in thinking, self-reliance. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is the 8th one. That's the Ace of Wands. We need the 8 of Wands. Get it together, ding dong. Let me see here. 8 of Wands, opportunity, swift response, thinking on one's feet, opening adventure, chance to make great progress if one has the courage and wits to act quickly. Travel entailing a spiritual lesson can signify falling in love. Time of hope, make your move. Opportunity afoot, make haste. Whirlwind of romance, arrows of love. So again, I told you, some of you, I think that with that Two of Cups at the end of the week, there is some love opportunities here for some of you that may be watching. Be mindful and open to that. But for those of you that aren't necessarily seeking that love, I don't want you to like just pull yourself out of this reading, because I think the Eight of Wands can represent also just a very positive forward movement that's kind of energized in a way, right? It's exciting. There's an excitement to it. So ride this Wands energy, even if you're not seeking a love relationship. Now, this is full moon eclipse. Let me look here. This is moon phase. One second. That's new moon. Those are the new moons. Where is full moon eclipse? Is this a special? I don't know how this book works. Hold on. Moon phase cards. New moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, gibbous, full moon, balsamic moon. Okay, then we got the new moon cards. Maybe there's the full moon cards. One second, guys, sorry. Special moon. Okay, so this is a special moon card. So full moon eclipse, the full moon eclipse, and just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking is about to reach a peak or has just done so, and things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it might be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be the key to resolving this situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. Attuned to the moon, that which is meant for me will not pass me by. Additional meanings for this card. Doors which slam shut now will not reopen. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, pranayama, and yoga nidra are all recommended now. Seed control and let events unfold. The teaching. Full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. A full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because it portends change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of that fact. Full moon eclipses can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. So I think that it's like seeing the forest from the trees, coming to a clear, like a new awareness that might be working with the darkness that we hear in that card. Whatever this truth is that's lingering, we need to find it, or we need to embrace it and utilize it to move us forward. That's kind of my feeling with these cards. I think it's all for our benefit in bringing us to that closer realization of not only our thoughts in our mental body, but in that King of Swords, but also later in the emotional body with that Two of Cups by week's end. That's kind of my feelings with this, guys. So I hope that you take these cards in this reading and utilize it to sort of propel you forward today, and take this sort of positive action that I feel like is in these cards to make moves today that may better your situation in great ways. All right, so that is your forecast for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. Share it out if you'd like. Leave a comment, and I will look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.